Alrighty, welcome back. It's Sunday Fun Day, and it's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. We just went back down to the house to get the computer so we can show what the Hot Wheels looks like. So we're doing our rendering. We needed that. And besides that, we want to give a hat or a shirt away at the end of the show. And we're going to go in and do a little bit more to it. But what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Not as beautiful as Jolene is, but it's a beautiful day. Jolene made me coffee in bed this morning. God bless her. God bless her. We got the picture there of the car. We just went down and got that. We forgot it. We wanted to start the video outdoors. It's beautiful out. And what's going on today is that yesterday, me and Aiden got the car all put together. I'm really happy with it. I like how the wheel wells look to the car. I'm trying to emulate what's going on there. I like how the back wheels look and the back fenders look. I'm really happy with that. As we get going to the front, Jolene's going to put a close-up on the car. As we get going to the front, I like the distance that we have going on here at the front. And I understand now why they call it the fat fender 4, because that's quite a big fat fender. But I like the distance that's going on here. But what I'm thinking is, once the engine goes in, you usually lose about 2 inches. So we'll probably come down to about there when the engine comes in. So that means we're going to probably have to cut the front fender, slender it down a little bit, because when the engine goes in, like I said, it's probably going to go down a couple inches for sure. And we'll have to slender that down and bring that back up, because I like this distance here. But like I said, when the engine comes in, we're probably going to have to go up about there somewhere. So we'll have to recut that and do that. I grabbed a piece of exhaust pipe from outside, just setting it up there from the fender to the fender, just checking it out. I'm going to have to do a little action on the cement to get that running board the shape that I want it, because we got this shape going on here. I think I'm going to have to emulate that with the running board, and I don't know if that's the original way, but we don't care. We just want it to work. So basically that's what we're going for right there. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with this. I like the way the car looks. I love the way the car looks. But basically what I have to do is I have to get the front fender secure before I start carrying on with any running boards or anything like that or whatever. So yesterday was just kind of a mock-up to take a look at it to excite myself with a visual. I do that with Jolene in the morning. She excites me, and she's a very nice visual. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the scoop and the hood and show you what I need, what I'm going to go get, or what I hope to find in my little junkyard. I know I have some more fenders out there. I got some for Archie Costner. We bought a 36 Ford from him. We made a motorcycle out of the fenders, so I'm hoping there might be some inner fenders there. We bought a bunch of fenders from him. We had the giveaway car that we did. I'm not sure what year that one was. 38 maybe. We did the giveaway car. There was a bunch of rusty fenders that come with that. I actually used one of the fenders on the back from that rusty car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find out or see if there's any running boards out there. I've been looking at the front end that we took off the 47 to see how it kind of works. Pull the hood off. Lay that not in Jolene's way. Put it back here. Beautiful hood. So what we got going on here is we got the grill bolted together. Remember that this was the rad support as a support that they used on the other one. But what's going on is I can make something. Yes, I can. But if I can find something other than making it, that's what I'd like to do. So this is basically where they had the rad support before. It had a bar going across, then it come up and hooked to the inner fender and hooked to the inner fender. So if I can get an inner fender here, then I can have that piece, or I can steal that piece from that front end or whatever to make it work. This is a 47 chassis, and we're putting on I'm going to call it a 39, and the reason I'm going to call it a 39 is because of the tail lights in the back fenders. They're the teardrop. The 40, I think, had the sergeant stripes or something like that sort of deal thing. But basically, I need an inner fender to get this front end where it needs to be. And I'm going to take you over my little junkyard and take a look around and see what we have. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go over and take a look. And I'm just going to search around, see what we got, you know. Fender right there. Alrighty, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check. I don't know if they work or if they don't work, but what I got to do is try to just pick them up. The red support, you know, it's something that probably could work, I suppose. But I'm just going to take the inner fender and put it up against the inside of the fender, I guess. I'm not sure which way it goes on. I'm saying it goes on this way. Don't know. Don't know. Basically, what I'm, well, it might fit the inner, it might fit the fender. I'm not sure if it does or it doesn't. That goes on top of there. I have to take the fenders back off to get that on there, though, I'm thinking. No, maybe not. I have to take the grill out of it, though. This piece right here is what's going on. This piece right here is the support of the front piece that I see over there on that one. Is there got a little shape in there that holds that up. That would bolt to this piece or that support piece there, which would hold the front end on. I'm not sure if looks like it would work, doesn't it? It really does. But it's not a bad, I don't think it's a bad inner fender. I think that inner fender would work, to be honest with you. I mean, it needs to be cut off a little bit. It seems like it has that brake thing in line there. That little hole there must be for the brake lines. And if that one fits that side, I would say that this one fits this side. They're rough. I know, they're rough, but what do you do when an old lady lives in a shoe? Sandblast them, I suppose. But all I'm looking for is a shape in the front. Huh. This is what I'm going to say. I don't know if the inner fenders are going to do me any good because of the brace that I have going on here. The piece, the red support that was before, this is where the engine would be right here because the motor mounts are right there. The fan would be about here, or fan would be about there somewhere. I'm thinking that the radiators, youch. Just looking, just trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure it out. It takes the time to figure it out. I'm thinking that them inner fenders will fit them fenders. That's kind of crazy, but I think they will. And what I would do is clean them up and bang them around a little bit, weld all the cracks up. I can see there's been some hammer marks put on that one. But let's face it, I don't know how many years old. They're 40 years old. They'd be 60, be 82 years old, would it not? But what this is the point right here where that other front end was cut off that car. I'm going to pull this out for a second. So these are a good find. They are a good find. They're not the best of shape, but neither am I sometimes. This is the red support right here though. The front end seems to be a little bit twisted right at the present moment. We seem to be a little bit, well, it seems to be in line somewhat, I guess. It could probably come over, or I'm not sure. This is a red support here. I'm not sure what this is off of. Not sure what this is off of. Huh, it's not bad. Look at that now, would you? I like that. I like that. I could put that there. This seems to be in very good shape, but I see, what do I see? I feel that there very easily could be made a bracket run off, or a piece of nice plate run off this side where it bolts to that fender, and one bolts to that fender. I see that very easily. I think this is This is a keeper right here. This right here is a keeper. Also, I'm saying that a radiator obviously must have bolted to this. I'm thinking it's off the Mercury car, maybe, or a Ford car, 56 Ford. But that seems to me that that would work out nice. I wouldn't have to keep it all the way up here. I would not. I can bring this piece down here because we got the hood to go on, and the hood does not look like it wants this to come up inside, because the hood's going to sit down on this part and come back. And basically this would be just to hold the front end on. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to take this piece, I'm going to take this off. Let's get the old marker going. I got a new pair of old pants on this morning, no markers in the pockets. But I got to figure that out. I got to get that tight and right before I start going with anything else. And if I don't do that, well then I'm going to be fooling myself, because everything won't be tight and give me a true read. So I have to anchor down. This. I know the hole's in the center. I feel like, what do I feel like? I'm feeling like the center, it shows me where the center is because I can see it. I've got 2 holes here. I know where the center is. It's right there. This front mount was on a spring, so I'm saying that that's a center. And if I cut that bad boy off, do the exact same measurement, I'm going to take this off and apply it down here, and then I'm going to weld a bracket on here and a bracket on here so I can bolt it to the grill. This piece, there's a hole right there on that side, and I'm saying that there can be a hole on that side. And whether the inner fender goes in or not does not matter. Then I'll just drill a hole through the inner fender and do the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down there. I measure down. Haven't got any tools out ready this morning, kind of just walking up and trying to get ready. So I'm just going to take a zip cut. Get that geared up. I want to try to set that in there again, just for shits and giggles. This should be mounted on something, no doubt in my mind. Should be mounted on something. And what I mean by that, it should be mounted like a rubber or something, bolt roller or whatever. So we might the car might come up a little bit all the way around. I'm not sure if I'm going to lay, there's a, I don't know what kind of stuff it's called or what it is, but there's like a mesh, not a mesh, I don't know what you would call it, but there's something you lay on the frame. I don't know what the word of it is. You lay it on the frame, then you lay the body on top of that. It's in some of the 30s cars. We're going to cut it down to 6.5. Cut it down to 6.5. I'm going to apply that thing back in there. 6.5. It's not the mark I want. Let's get them knee pads on and sort of get ready here. Wasn't ready, but found some inner fenders. That red support's the best find, so we're going to go from there. It's funny when I go over to the junkyard and look around, the stuff that I find that I don't remember that I have. It's kind of cool. The red support was a good find, and it's good and sturdy. It's actually more sturdy than the red support in the 47. So I'm thinking that that's good. No, that's fantastic. Jolene's fantastic. Aren't you? I'll need a drill this morning. I'm not much into drilling, but I'm going to need a drill. Drill that off. So we got the front end, we're going to get the front end applied on nice and right and tight. And probably what happens is they're going to have to bolt all the front fenders on the back, get them, drill some holes in there and get them bolted on. Get the red support bolted on, get that in there right so the front end can't take off and go either way. And then I can go for the running boards and do the hinges for the hood. I have hinges for the hood. Not sure exactly how they work, but what I'll do is I'll do a little investigation. We go on the internet and just take a look and see what's going on with that. And I know that someone else rolled the cord up because I don't do that. Holy. I like to keep the cords, when I roll my cords up, I like to keep them in big loops like that. That way there, it's not like that. When you start winding them up on your hand like that and making a small little hoop on it, you end up getting a mess. When you leave them in big hoops like that, it's generally a better thing to get a hold of and stretch it out, generally. I'm going to cut this off. And I'm saying center, let's cut this off first. We got the distance that we want right there. We'll just put it back in the center of the piece that we're cutting off. That's in the center. That's in the center. So when we take that off, I could actually bolt that on first before I cut it off. Doesn't matter. Got 2 lines there. Got to check it again, just for me and you. The bottom one's the line. I'm just going to put that on there like that, just to give me my hole for my drill. We'll drill it the same distance down, but I just want to center the hole so I can hit it. I thought I had a drill here yesterday. We did drill some holes yesterday, which is good because there's a drill bit still left in there. I don't think I need that big of a hole, but no, not even close. I'm going to change it. The drill is my arch enemy. The reason I say that because I usually don't have a good time with the drill, not generally. But you know how it goes. Throw that back in there. See what one works. Beautiful. Beautiful you are, Jolie. Beautiful. It's a beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. And it's a great day to get something done on your project. That is for sure. Great day. Now, if I got this going the right way, I guess it doesn't matter which way the tabs go, but I'm going to shoot them out this way just because it might interfere in something going that way. I guess. That's my idea, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to plug this in to the yellow cord. It's nice to have a punch to get things started, but I'm not running and doing that this second. Well done, Chetty. I like that. That made me happy. That made me happy. Too blessed to be stressed. Look at that, would you? Too blessed to be stressed. Now, what I would like to do, or what I'm going to do, with them sharp edges like that, I'm just going to take a flapper wheel and knock them off a little bit. Just makes it look a little better and won't be so sharp. So I'm making use of whatever I have. I'm doing that thing again. I'm using whatever I have to do what I need to get done. And you can do the exact same thing. Do the exact same thing. Just a little nicer, round the corner off, that's all. Make it a little nicer. Take this bad boy off. I'm not much of a computer person. I do go on once in a while, and basically the only thing I really do on it, I don't answer any messages. I don't talk to anybody on the computer. I don't do that sort of stuff. But I do have two fingers that I can scroll. I scroll and I press the like button if I see something that I like. And the other night I was scrolling on the computer, and there was something on there I really liked. It was pretty cool. His name is Mikey Brown, I think, maybe. And he has a Nizetta, and he put a Harley Davidson engine in the side of it. That thing is, that thing is so cool. It really made me smile to see it. And it's going to be a fantastic build. I like it. I like it. It's cool. It's just something different, something that I've never seen before. I don't even know if we have Izettas in Nova Scotia, but it's cool. Or I thought it was cool. And we all have difference in opinions, that's for sure. And was that on the outside or the inside? I think that was the other way around, was it not? Don't know if you can get it in there now. Come on, Chetty. Here we go. Not that it has to be that way. And I think that he's building it for the Hot Wheels Legend Tour or something like that. And that is a Hot Wheels every day of the week, I would say. Every day of the week. Come on. Here we go. Just had to hold my tongue right. Now we get a nut there. Now we're back in action with the rad support. You can see metal hanging off there. I'm thinking that this is going to work very easily. I think it's going to work very easily. Or get me where I'm going. Turn that wrench around. Build what makes you happy. Build what makes you happy. Alright. Now we're back in action. I've got a hole that I want to drill in the center. Now, something tells me right now that my front end is not straight. And the reason being is the hole, I would say, is in the center. So I'm going to have to pull this over this way. and that does not matter. But what I'm saying is that my front end is not centered. I'm going to drill a hole in the center of these two holes, and I'm going to drill a big hole because that's a bigger hole there. I'm saying that's center there. That's what I'm going with. I've got two holes here that I'm saying that looks like a mount was there. I'm going to go in the center of that with a bigger hole because I'm going to say that's center. I'm going to drill it with this small bit first, and I'm going to guess. Good metal in that. You can see how, you know. I could put a bolt in there. I think I'm going to go just a little bit bigger. I'm going to see if that fits in there. It does. I'm going to go a little bit bigger so I can put a nice bolt in there that fits both holes. If I put a small bolt in there, it could be sloppy in the other hole and not give me a true read. Oh, and we're going to show you something else on the computer. We talked about the Mercury wagon, commuter wagon. I'm going to show you something else. Just because it impresses me, and I'm going to show you. There's the drill that I like, that I know the best. There's the drill I know. I'm telling you. The drill does not make me happy. Get in there! All right. I'm going to get a bolt that fits that, or close to it. That's not it. I'm going to wind it out a little bit and put that one in it. And the reason being is because that's what I want. Just wind it out a little bit with the drill, and what I mean, just wiggle it around inside the hole, make it a little bit bigger. I'm hoping that the hole over here fits this one, so it both, yeah, that's better. It reads now. Get in there. Works. And the only reason I did that is because I want a true read. I can put that back for it. I guess that piece doesn't matter. I got two tabs. I can stick them out front or back. I like the tabs in the back. I don't like them sticking out the front way. I'm going to put it on this way. Everything else on this is hard down on the chassis, so there's no sense in me putting anything underneath this until I do everything else. So to give this a true read, I'm putting this hard down on the chassis. Now, I'm saying that my rad support is center because I've got it looks like center to hold to me. If it's off a little bit, it does not matter to me, off a little bit. But what I'm saying is the front end has to come a little bit this way, just like so. I have 2 holes. I can do that one, which probably would be the best bet, just because it's right there. And I got a hole right there. I think that'll work just perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld a tab off of this going up to that hole. Right there. There's a hole there and a hole there. That one's cracked and that one's muffled. Whatever. I don't know what it's honed out too big, whatever. But this will basically get me the front end in place where I need it. So I'm going to make both brackets the same. I want good metal, and what I'm going to do is when I bring my bracket, I'll bring a piece of metal up to here. I'll lay it on this piece and lay it on flush on there so I can bolt it to there like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a gusset. And we all know what a gusset is. A triangle that holds it so it can't bend up, over, all that sort of stuff. So I need a piece of thick metal. I'm going to go to the junkyard again. I would say that's 1/8. I'd say that's 1/8. So if I can cut a piece off of that. I see they're already cut, so it wouldn't hurt it any. Piece off of that. Put it on the top of that. It's too tall. Check this one out over here. Oh, look at that piece right there. Someone said they didn't want to lose the piece, so they zip tied the end of it on. Wow. That wouldn't have been me, I don't think. I don't think that was me. I don't think that was me. These are stanchions for something. They would go off your chassis and hold your fender. So they would bolt on there and hold on a fender or something. I wouldn't use those, would I? They'd go on like that, bolt on the side of your... I'm kind of leaning against cutting them up, to be honest with you. I'm going to go get a piece of metal. Just because I could probably use them. We got the Dodge over there. They got some fenders on them that might need that. And I don't want to destroy something that... Piece of angle iron. Piece of angle iron would be nice. And that way there's already a gusset on it, sort of. I've got a piece of nice big plate there. I've got a piece of plate over there. I don't think it has to be that. It should be at least 1/8, I would say. Let's take this both over and see what we have. Actually, there's a little, no, same, no, a little smaller. A little smaller. Try this. Would you look at that? Huh? This is what I like, you know, this is our summer, and you know, for Sunday to come out here, me and Jolene to come out and just play in the shop and, you know, do what we enjoy, hanging out with each other and playing on something. There's nothing better. Nothing better. Look at that now, would you? My gusset and everything right there, look at that. See, I got my gusset. This is my flat piece that I get to drill in the hole and put in there. And then the other side of my angle iron where I weld on here and across there is my gusset. I'm in love. I'm in love. So what I'm going to do is, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut 2 of those, the exact same length. Love it. Love it. We're about to say, no, we're going to go over just a little bit. We want the same distance between this and this. I'm just going to eye it up. Same distance, so I'm just going to finger, finger. Pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. So we're just going to trace that off here. Trace that off there. And I'm going to do 2 of them. Hopefully that we get both the same. Is it cut? No. Nope, it's not the same. Cut this end first. Remember, I want 2 the same. I'm kind of wondering if I do that 2 the same, if it's going to work that way or not. I might have to go this way. Yeah, I think I have to go the other way. Cut this angle first. Not sure if I got that right or not. But we'll soon find out. Now, I just want to check this out for a second, see if I cut in both. Now, that's going to weld in there like that. I want to get it down below that fender. I'm going to drill a hole in there. Fits that piece, basically. And I might smooth it up after I get it on there, just to make it a little bit better. And I want the other piece to be the exact same way. I'll just cut it off and see what happens. Not really the same, but we will take it all off after we're done, smooth it up, make it right. So here comes that marker trick again. In order for me to get that the same as that one, I'm going to have to cut the line, the marker, because the marker, I don't want to stay on this side of the marker, it'd be 2 lines, so I'm going to cut the marker. Wheel hooked up. Let's clean that. I'm saying this one is this side. Saying that one's that side. I'm going to turn this one over, see if I've got 2 the same. And I want the front piece on this side. How'd I do that? Got two the same, I suppose. Did what I didn't want to do. It goes on there like that. Did what I didn't want to do. It's going like that. So, I did what I didn't want to do is I made two the same. So we got two for this side. And if you don't laugh, now, in order to get this one. Now this is confusing me a little bit here. This is confusing me. I'm just going to put this one on here. So I want that one like that, and I want another one the same. So I have to not use my brain right here at the second. Not using my brain. I like to have them both the same, so I'm just going to do is put that point together. Looks for me to have that the same, I have to do this. I'm confused. Bump, 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 bump. Why don't I just do this? I'm going to vice grip this on. Instead of hurting my brain, I'm just going to vice grip this on and make another one. On there like that. Same distance apart still. I'm going to bend that back. I want the front. I'm going to cut that, and then I'll go for it. Alright, just going to backwards that. That goes up. Kiss for you, sweetheart. Did you hear that? Kiss for you. Hot diggity dog. Hot diggity dog. Alrighty. And we're this one. See how this is here? See how this is way up here? I want that to come down. I'm just wondering why. Okay, so it's telling me that one side's down compared to the other, I'm thinking. So if I hold that like that. Nope, that's where. I'm shorter there. And this fender can come up, obviously. We're down here, so that fender has to come up. That's right. That's right. I'm going to take this off for a second. I want them the same. I want them the same. Hoping. I made it a little bit longer because I want them the same. Pair of vice grips. Little suckers will do. Open. Now, still the same distance away. If I clamp that. Tells me that front end has to be up. Ooh, see that? What happened? So, me doing that, let me know that that's coming down. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of figuring here to get this right. And that will center it. Once I get the same distance on either side, and that'll just take a little bit of playing. You can see I got some hanging up over here now. Got some hanging up over on this side. Don't know if I wanted to do that, but I did. That one side's flat, that side's not. So basically that's going to be my and it's going to tell me whether it's straight or level and that sort of stuff. I'm going to do the exact same thing on both sides. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure when I weld these on that there's the same distance from there to the bottom, from the top of this red support I cut off to the top of that edge right there. We pretty well got the same pieces, so the same distance from there to there, same distance from there to the top of this piece. They're both going to be angled on it the same way because they're going to have the same distance. We'll do the exact same distance. We'll just eye it up more or less, put them on both exactly the same, and then when I connect the front end and drill the holes in this, then the exact same distance will be, this will be above on this same distance on this side and the exact same distance on that side. So that's basically what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to just keep messing with it, keep adjusting it until I have the same distance here, same distance above here. I'll end up cutting it off after I bolt the hole in it. So I want to get these tacked on in the right place and then move the front end to where it fits the best. We know we're down here on the chassis where it's right in center. So to actually make everything center, I just have to keep everything the same. Basically, same distance in between this, same distance in between that, and rock and roll with it. Once I get it all the same distance, then I can cut these off and make them fit exactly right, and then I can do the exact same thing on that side. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I don't think that you're going to want to watch me fiddle with that up and down, say it's okay or whatever, that sort of stuff. I'm going to probably end up nailing one on and making the other one exactly the same, drilling the hole, and then pulling the red support out and making it sit right. All right, everybody, we're going to have a fun day. I want to show you something. We're going to give away a hat or a shirt. The red support went a lot easier than I thought. It's going to be a lot easier than I thought. And things can change in a second, you know, from how it's going right now to how it can be. But basically what I want to do is I want to make the red support exactly the same on both sides, so the fenders are sitting exactly with the chassis. Can I just touch that and put that on?
Maybe.
Look how beautiful you are, Jolie. Watch yourself, sweetheart. There's how the wheels in the front. Okay, the 62, we said the 62 Monterey commuter. We looked it up on Haggerty, and we said the car was fair, and number 4 is fair, and it's $20,500 for something that's fair. Wow. Like I said, that was not where I thought it was, not even close, but we just checked it the other day just for shits and giggles, and that's what it come up as. So it must be a very rare bird. And I say the car is fair. And it said also 6-cylinder. Everything is copacetic to what we said. And right there, that shows you exactly what we said was the truth. And generally, that's all we talk around here is the truth.
418.
418?
Mm-hmm.
418 comments. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you do not comment, you cannot win. If you want to put in more than one comment, you have a better chance to win. DJ, and his comment is, badass ride. I think so too, DJ. I think so too. I'm happy with it. It's going very well. I want to get the front end tightened up. I'm going to mess with that and just jig it back and forth, jig it back and forth. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on both sides, so both sides are the same. I'm not going to do any measuring. I'm not going to do anything other than make both sides the same. That's in the center. I'm going to put that bracket on that side the same as that side, where this comes up over top of this one that much. And I'm going to make sure that it comes over top of them that much, and I'm going to call it center. And that's basically how I do things. For me to measure and go on and fuss and muss and go on, I don't know if the floor is level, I don't know if the car is level, but I want to make sure when I put this on to the chassis that both sides are exactly the same. And I'm saying that that works. It works for me, and if it doesn't, you would never know anyways. Thanks very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.